So continuing the story of the casino life. So my job ultimately became an executive host in marketing, and I would recognize people's play patterns. And if you could afford to spend a lot of money in a day, 5,000, 10,000, there wasn't a limit really. The top, it was in the millions, right? But I mean, really, that's the way the game plays, right? Then you got my card, then you got my number, and when you got that, you got the inside track for all the amenities that could be offered. I could go down that alleyway, but I'm not gonna. I mean, the vibes are good everywhere, but I just feel like continuing here. So the amenities that are offered, everywhere from meeting celebrities, right? Top tickets at this, top tickets at that, cruises, vacations, things that you just can't really get normally, you know what I mean? Special events, lots of stuff, right? And I believe I was really good at my job, you know what I mean? I was very good at sincerely connecting with human beings, right? And in an environment where connection has to happen in an instant, where people probably are predisposed to wanting to be left alone for a variety of reasons, maybe they're doing a little bit of washing. Which way? You know what, Zelda? So and they don't want to attract the attention in that, but when you know what you're doing, right, it just happens. It just works out, right? So in that environment is what I was doing. Xin chào. So in that environment, I was flourishing because I really genuinely love people, right? And that was sincere all the way. And I went through a lot of important learning phases. There was a period where I was in my early 30s where I was pretty svelte and lean, and I had hair, and I thought that I was someone, I used to like to look in the mirror for validation, and I liked when people looked at me and all those things, right? But those things eventually didn't matter because they didn't benefit me or anyone else, really. It just perpetuated a cycle of usury, right? However, I did have fun times too, but if you're not doing it to grow spiritually, what are you here for, right? That's the way I kind of look at it. So yeah, I learned a lot. You know what I mean? Hi, fella. I learned a lot through that experience, and I recognized that with what I saw in the world and the rifts in society and the discord, the disharmony, and the war, that I no longer wanted to be a part of a mechanism that did not bring goodness to the world or to sentient beings. And I'm not trying to go on a pedestal, say I'm somebody special. What I'm trying to say is that it was destroying who I am, right? Bringing me into a shadow of myself, And I had to put a stop to it, right? Because, money, what is money, right? We're the only species that agrees to pay for where we exist based on things we take from that place and give imaginary value to. And it's a control grid along the path of learning and true freedom, right? And letting go, so like if you guys could, if there was smell-o-vision, just the food smells incredible, everything's quality. I can't say everything, but it's quality. Like you're getting real products, right? Made from close by, right? And these videos, these walk and talks, are a little bit long. I kind of want to do longer ones, and it will be a rambling video because, as one of my good brothers said, and I wholeheartedly agree, I don't deal in absolutes. I'm just like a child, and I'm amazed at this, at the perfection of creation, right? And that I get to be a part of it. And so I'm not looking for the ultimate answer, because when we go back to where we're from, we know there's no desire to know it, to control it, to hold it. It's just what it is, right? So we go back to where we're from. We know here is just it's the getting there that is the experience, right? The learning it, the absorbing it, the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs, and the cuts and the bruises and the scratches and the love and the hugs and the joy. It's all the tapestry of individualized experience before we give up everything it is to be self and join the one love that never ends, you know? And ciao.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, you're welcome. You too, thank you, brother. See, everybody friendly. Just beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah, so why is that here? Am I talking up Vietnam too much? I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, you know? There are people who will look at this and go, oh my gosh, why you want to live there? It's like a big, everything's compact, it's crazy, I don't understand it. And that's cool, you know? For me, the beauty here is just, I'm walking through a painting at all times, it's just crazy. But the biggest thing is the frequency, the vibration, the resonance of it is peace. Peace and balance and harmony, right? Existence in harmony is a really amazing thing, you know, and we have to find that again, right? We have to have the codes of conduct, the ideals of morality and goodness, not to say that someone who chooses the path of suffering is less, but to say that the path of suffering is a free choice. But since we truly wish no one suffers, we will help you recognize that society will function with ethical standards, moral standards, not with dogmatic tricks, controls. Please answer me why any purported leader of a spiritual, religious practice, whatever, getting close to God, would ever possess wealth. And no one can explain that, right? And I think that it's delusional to say that that's good practice, right? I mean, profiteering from suffering really can be only as explained away as you explain it away to yourself. And at some point, the truth is going to wash all those explanations away because they were roped in by fear and dependency on someone else to lead. And maybe that's why it exists in the first place, for oneself to realize the worth of oneself, which really is the worth of all. Anyways, back to the road. I'm outie. Peace.